low key. Niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.
Don't take a hallelujah. That's about everybody. We miss on the song a lot. Gives me the name about it. This is called Tell Another Dude.
If you handle your business right, I'ma promote your ass. You bitch out and try to kite, I'ma come smoke your ass. The shit that I'm giving you, they drawing blood to get. The fix be running through because they love the shit. So don't come with that, no one wouldn't buy it. The shit was cool. Niggas try to rob me, nobody was coming through. Snitches, I can't have that. Bitches, I can't have that. Riches, you can have that. Just bring me my cash back. Look, it's all gravy with me, go ahead and shine. That's how you play it with me, you're big time. All I want is the G's with a trunk full of keys. A Benz on 20s, you got something you can lend me. Shit, boys ain't doing nothing for me for free. Can't put no trust in you boys, cause y'all be trying to run G. Cause I don't like dreaming about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5 with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5 with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Hey, now I'm on some shit again. Leave a hater stranded like Gilligan. Hundreds I'm considering, flexing for $1 million. Catch it, hater, I'm killing them. They spot, but I ain't feeling them. My jacket off appearing them. Some say it's numerary, partners in vocifering. Juvenile is different. Look at what I did to them. Boys wearing Reeboks instead of Nikes and Timberlands. Bitch hitters, I be tipping them. My Mac 9, it be flipping them. Some of these haters is trying to run G, so I be gifting them. They will do the same to me. Boys ain't no family. Shit is all a game to me, but nobody gon' handle me. 400 degrees, toting guns, running with me. No wonder we need more money one could receive. Player wanna deal with this Christ, I'ma put it open in his life. Never should I fuck with me right. Why you keep ducking me shy? I'ma knock your head off. Boy, tryna get to your fuck, tryna play it off. You made the beat, pussy, so why is you scared? If you mind your fucking business, then your life would be spared. I can't see it. Pussy try to make me out a bitch, I can't be it. I had this motherfucker crow with hitters like Free Nick. You probably can save yourself, but you can't save your neighbors. When my nine get to spinning around like a baseball player. Put on this potato on the end of my nine. Foolishness I entertain to keep these boys in line. Look, cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind a project building, smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging behind a project building, smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Ask some boy about me, bet them bitches know me. Magnolia head buster out that wild TC. I'm a young hitter. Look at what you done, hitter. You done made me mad. Now I'm gonna get my gun, hitter. Better watch your tongue, hitter. Cause I'm getting dumb, hitter. Kill one hitter to represent where I'm from, hitter. 3 things you don't ever do. Fuck with a man, exchange or his mama. You do that, you want drama. Fuck with a big timer for sure. You gon' see I'm out to. Which one of you boys want me? I'ma keep it real with you. You say you the man, I know I'm the man, and I'm ready to deal with you. I'm prepared for the toe tagging. Keep my Reebok strapped tight with my key ball sagging. Now I done rocked a couple of the keys, and I done flipped that 2 times. I know I'm in a drought, and they gonna pursue mine. I got bills to pay, I can't be playing with you jokers. These youngsters something else, now you bout it, they'll provoke you. You can't understand how a hitter my age can hit the streets like the bustin' with the 12 gauge. But I don't like to dream about making no cheese in the future. Wanna see my fucking pockets OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging high the project.
I can't say I know who Nick Hustle is. Good morning, people. Good morning. Oh boy, I was minding my own business, playing golf, listening to Judge do Lenae, whatever the fuck that was she did earlier today. And somebody said that she had an interview, so I went and looked at her page, and she said she was gonna have a conversation with Mia and get some facts straight. And the first thing I wondered to myself is like, why? Why is you fucking with this girl? So I seen it, and initially I wasn't gonna tune in, but I was live playing golf, and when I be playing the game, I be listening to shit, and so I started listening to it, and I got like 7 minutes in, and I heard Lenae get roasted by the sister. Now the sister, I was like, why the fuck is she on there? She only heard from her sister. She never was in the house. She never did anything. She just was on the phone with her sister on FaceTime. So what she got to add to the conversation? But she was spicy at the beginning, and it's fitting that the background got them and fire and shit, and he had no idea she was gonna get roasted. I don't think she knew she was gonna get roasted either. This bitch don't want no smoke. She is non-confrontational. All that cutting off she did of us, she ain't do none of that cutting off to that girl. When that girl said you didn't call well this or nothing, is you dickmatized. She ain't cut her off at all. But let me stop spoiling it. Let me stop spoiling it. I'm finna go play this jet. Oh shit, I'm thoroughly amazed. Girl, you gonna sit your old ass down telling this tired ass story. It's not gonna get any better for you, Siobhan. Even the shit you showed on Judge side, you was like, well, I was talking to him in April, in May, in June, and none of them text messages was you saying that you was worried about his mama and he couldn't care for her. You was still talking about sucking his dick and he was ignoring you, man. Like we said, I didn't say y'all stop. He said he distanced himself. The way that this shit did, he distanced himself, motherfucker. He was not up on you. You got 1 or 2 word text messages, man. You got to stop. So that's all you prove even more is you were still having a conversation to yourself. And then so you was sexting Umar in June while simultaneously being on goddamn Lenae. I was about to call him Pastor Bussy. While being on Lenae channel. Well, did you go in June? If you didn't in June, you went in July. You still was sexing the nigga. And I guess you was mad about the one answer, Jance. But he definitely denied that them was his folks. But you claim before you went to take care of his mama, he admitted he knew the girl that was calling. It's weird as fuck. But let me stop pontificating and let's get her roasted. Caught the tummy live. I shared it as well.
Again. All right, man. We live. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here.
It said it was, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Act like it didn't.
Peace to everybody. All right. Please make sure y'all share this live. We're gonna get right to it, man. So
I'm gonna tag you out.
This live was supposed to be with Mia. She was gonna come back, and it was gonna be her and Siobhan, which is Dr. Umar's when we call it ex-girlfriend.
Ex-friend.
Now she want to be called a friend. She been running around talking about it was a relationship, and she hated it ain't a relationship. But Then she proved it to us that it was a relationship and shit, Bill. I'm never gonna let you forget you was a piece of stanky pussy to Uber.
Ex-girlfriend,
all that.
Nursing assistant.
Yeah, all of those things. And Mia kind of pulled out at the last second, and this is one of these going to be more interesting because
Umar hit Mia with that cash app. I pull out too. He hit her with that cash app. She was like, I already talk once. Fuck it. This nigga didn't give me no money. Umar gave me some money. I'm being quiet. But what else is there to say though? Seriously. Yeah, I've already had the conversation. What more is there to tell? At least the young girl got sense. And now we got to hear from Mia to see if what the sister say why she ain't show up is true. But I'm glad Mia pulled out at the end. That's why I almost didn't watch it, because I was like, well, shit, Mia is the one that was the caretaker, so what the fuck?
Her sister, Champagne Queen, she's going to, I guess, really tell the truth on the experience.
Why is she not on camera? Because she's old, ugly, and unkempt. Her pussy stank, her breath stank, her neck stank, all that. She updated her profile picture though. She even sent this nigga a picture for the thumbnail. Bitch, you ain't look like that in 17 years. Stop it.
The things that Mia left out, if you will. So with
I gain weight in the winter and lose it in the summer. Says every female. That's because y'all think y'all going to the beach and y'all going to die. You gotta stop playing with me. Uba said, your pussy smell like earring backs and a handful of pennies. That's what Umar said. Thank you for the super chat. I was like, I gotta go live. I was playing the game. I was like, fuck this. I gotta go live. This is crazy. This bitch got roasted. Where is my shit? I don't know what I'm doing. Then she got mad at me, said, look at him. He's just on camera smoking weed, looking stupid. I'm like, why are you running around here watching people you don't like? I'm still on the same video you did damn near 2 weeks ago, lady. I ain't got time for this new shit you talking about.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Judge is the only person that I know that's currently covering you. I'm glad he covered you because it saved me time from actually having to give you a view. But I noticed that she said in her video that she was right when she came on Rimron panel to talk to all of us and tell us that it was this woman and we needed to know the woman's name, that she was right. And her version of the story is now there is a woman named Debbie who's linked to Umar. And that's all she gonna say. We got to take her word for it and stay along for the ride. Is it Debbie from Dollar Bank or is it Debbie from Legacy Home Buyers? I don't fucking know, but I'm not interested. I'm not listening to this bullshit, but I did hear her say it at the end of her live. That's how she ended her live.
That being said, we're gonna get right to it. I'm not even gonna hold you up. So now my questions that I have for Mia, I'm going to revert them to her sister. So we're going to start.
I don't understand that. How you going to refer questions that was for Mia to the sister who was never in the house? That don't make no sense to me, but I'm glad you did because she got roasted right quick. That shit was hilarious.
From there, so why did your sister pull out? We're going to start from there. Why did she pull out of this conversation?
Well, she pulled out of the conversation because she felt it was going to be a tough one, and she was afraid of the questions and the comments that were going to be asked on the interview.
Now, would you expound on what kind of questions? What was she afraid of?
She was afraid that the questions that were asked or comments that were going to be made was going to be hypocritical to the comments that she's already, or the testimony that she's already given.
Oh, no. Like I was on the driller.
You just heard what that woman said, and you gonna say, like, she thought I was gonna drill her. Man, didn't nobody come to see you, Otis? And that girl already made it clear she don't like you. She was gonna cuss your ass out if she was there. You better be glad she wasn't there.
Huh?
Did she think I was gonna come on and drill her?
Oh no, she just
did nobody come to see you, Otis?
She has this one set perspective of things, and it's
you ain't want to cam up with them 25-year-olds, did you, sis? I feel you.
just not the reality of what really happened.
I understand.
Right. Peace, Denise. I see you. People that saying, please do me a favor, just share that we on, please. I would gladly appreciate y'all. All right. So, all right. So she wasn't going to drill her like she said, but what is it that you know for a fact that she's lying about? Expound on that.
Well, from my point of view, for me being on the phone with Tamia and for me being on FaceTime and talking to her throughout her whole employment, Tamia knew about a lot of the things that were going on in that home. The first time she got to that home, she knew the home was unsanitary. She knew that the mom was being subjected to unsanitary housing, the treatments that she was being subjected to. She knew the mom had bed sores, of course, because Umar can easily go online and just post up the timeline of when she was seen on the camera. And also Tasha K can verify that a lot of the things that she did was for profit. She put a lot of profit over people. And I won't say she's the only one who did so, because I also feel Siobhan did so as well. But let's get.
Oh, I think Siobhan put profit. She said she think her sister and Siobhan put profit over the care of Umar's mama. Can't deny that, because she was still texting this nigga in June, sexing him of 2025, and nowhere in those messages was she saying, I care about your mom, I want to help your mom, we need to get her. You wasn't talking about this nigga mama at all, man. You was trying to, because he asked you when you was going to suck him off, you tried to go at this, you thought you was back, back in, you need to come to Kansas City, and he was like, nah. And her thing is, I thought I was cut off. You was. At that time when you was texting this man, you were no longer getting sex from him, nor were you no longer taking care of his mother. So you was cut off. Who cares? The nigga text you back good garbage day every blue moon after a million texts.
Back to the story. Tamia knew that the lady was lacking the things that she needed, as in the medical treatments and the medicals.
Notice Lenae didn't cut her off like she did all of us, though. When I pointed the fuck out, she ain't had nothing. You don't know.
Things that she's supposed to have, like the bedding, she's supposed to have a hospital bedding, or, you know, the lift that you lift. If she has MS or dementia, she's supposed to have like a lift to lift her up, you know what I'm saying? And be a lift so that if she has insurance, if Mark is saying that she has insurance and he's taking care of her, we're supposed to be able to see a lot of that in the video. When we go to the video, Tamia also stated that she does not have any medical, like any.
Keep in mind, she is only going off what her sister said. Could her sister have been lying to her? Who knows? She's taking it like it's gospel, even though she ain't been in the actual house. She has, the lady talking, she's never been in the house. She's giving her sister's recount and what she thinks as well.
Thing prescribed to her medically, like the things that I've seen on the table or in the recording, they also point to the fact that Umar is getting.
Oh yeah, she definitely holding both of their ass accountable though. I like that about her, even though she still is speaking out of turn, but she gets it. But also, if what she's saying is true or what she's about to say is true, she's a liar as well. Because when they tried to bust out Tasha K, they both sat there and said that ACS was called and wellness checks were done. And if they've made these calls and she still left in the house, what could they do? That's what both of the sisters said. So if she's saying anything differently now, she lied on the first interview.
And trying to prescribe or trying to diagnose her himself instead of taking her to the doctor. She also was not going outside. She's also lacking.
Well, ma'am, the nephew said that she went outside to a funeral last year in 2025 around the time your sister and Lenae was just getting ghosted in June of 2025. But yeah, around that time she had went to a funeral and stuff, so that's not necessarily true. And again, she's a disabled 69-year-old woman. Where the fuck is she going outside to? It's a lot of people in old people homes, retirement homes that don't go outside either. where the fuck are they going other than to the doctor? And it's been said that she makes her doctor's visits. She don't get nothing but like once in one of them motherfuckers or whatever. However many times it is. How y'all act like this lady who can't walk is supposed to be up and down the streets of Philly just rolling around in the wheelchair. It's a whole shit ton of steps at their house inside and out. And she's supposed to be outside. Who's supposed to get the wheelchair up and down them concrete ass steps outside the front of the house? I'm just saying. That's what I said too, Andre, but I'm glad she did because she at least roasted Siobhan in the process.
Exercise that she needed, because Siobhan also stated that she'll start yapping at the mouth when you start to wipe her because she has bed sores. And then she'll stand up and she can barely walk because you guys are not taking her out.
If you can't walk and you're in bed all day, I don't give a fuck who you are, you're going to get the occasional bed sore that just comes with being in the bed. Nursing home patients have bed sores and they got CNAs and that bitch round the clock at nurses. It happens. Especially when they got on diapers.
You aren't giving her the exercise she needs, so it's hurting her back, it's hurting her legs, and she's cursing you all out like, hurry the fuck up, bitch, hurry up. And she's
Now, notice how Lenae said, yep, when the girl said, she be cussing you out. When Lenae said, when old girl says, hey, my mama will cuss your ass out, Lenae had something to say about that. But when she said you and her sister was putting profit over the curve, my mama, your ass didn't have nothing to say. Where was the yep then? Where was the interruption then, ma'am? You shouldn't have got on my bad side, lady.
But it's hurting her.
So you agree, Siobhan, that's how his mother is?
Yeah, I'm gonna let her.
This is gonna be a cuss-free show. Lenae, I ain't gonna call you no bitch at all tonight, other than when I just said I ain't gonna call you no bitch. I ain't got to. I don't have to. It's too easy at this point. Like listening to your drunken babble, you boring. You are not a threat at all. You're unprepared. You can't hold the crowd. You just be sitting up there breathing hard and burping and shit, showing other people screen, talking about who just all over the goddamn place. You ain't gonna be around long.
Finish, but absolutely, she's got.
Especially when these people realize you don't have any more information to give. You ain't got shit else to give these people. It's a wrap.
Omar got his mouth from his mother.
All right, continue, T.
He definitely got his mouth from his mother. But his mother is also sitting in the same position. She's not like she's sitting in the same position. You're supposed to be rotating her around. And I'm pretty sure she's had these bed sores for years because Siobhan spoke about her having them this year. And I'm pretty sure she had them prior too because he was with.
But Siobhan ain't seen that woman since March of 2025. That was the last time Siobhan laid eyes on her, March of 2025. You've laid eyes on her never. Your sister and Siobhan's time interlapped. Siobhan was there in March, so for your sister to have known about Siobhan and him, Umar to have said, my heir to her, she must have been around in March, but that was the last time Siobhan was there in March of 2025.
The agency she was speaking on, her being with an agent, him being with an agency, that shows signs of neglect because to me it was stating that he was getting a caregiving check for taking care of his mother. So if he's getting this check and he's hiring non-certified nurses, he's taking the cheap way out. You know what I'm saying? So he is neglecting his mother.
If he hiring an agency, how is that cheap way out if he's hiring an agency? And again, man, I don't mean no harm. Who the fuck are you to tell this man how to spend the money for the care of his parent? Take care of your parent, then talk. But you can't tell this nigga how to spend the motherfucking money. As long as it's some actual certified people taking care of him, who the fuck cares? Because let's not forget, your sister ain't certified and she was taking care of him. So you can't think it's that bad. You never once said to your sister, hey, you're not certified to do that. Maybe you shouldn't do that, sis. You didn't tell her that.
All around. And about Umar, she's saying that he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's a psychologist. He knows how to, mentally manipulate people and coerce people. If he can coerce and manipulate.
I keep saying that. The man is just a psychologist at the end of the day. Good fuck what y'all think about him. He knows psychology. Psychology is, but marketing agencies understand psychology. Restaurants understand it. Grocery stores. There's a whole bunch of people understand psychology. Doesn't make you a bad person, as Gabe would say.
Like an older woman and a young girl into having sex with him and then handling them into working and letting them basically.
Hold up. Like, first of all, see, this is where I disagree with you, young lady. Umar was on the Breakfast Club minding his own business. The old woman hit him up. When he asked for a show, she could have said no. When he asked for some pussy, he could have said no. Your sister, she hit him up. I don't know how she saw him, but she hit him up. She offered him some pussy. He said no. In fact, she said she was throwing the pussy at him and he was uninterested. It wasn't until she stopped throwing the pussy at him that he was started throwing himself on her. And then she was like, fuck it, I may as well. Now, at one point, she stopped throwing the pussy on him and she moved on. She wasn't interested in giving him the pussy. So how in the fuck did he manipulate her if he told her no initially and then she moved on? That's not manipulation. That's you wanted to give him some pussy. You gave it to him. Then the second part where he asked, yo, if I pay you, you think you can watch my mom at X, Y, and Z? And you say yes. That's not manipulation either. Because at any given time, you can simply say no. Y'all know y'all ain't equipped to do the job, but y'all needed some extra money because y'all thought it was going to be quick and easy. The fuck? I don't give. Well, I can get that if she talking, but her sister is one of the unqualified people too, and she never not told her sister not to take the job. Now, a person who wasn't even involved in the situation, other than she the sister of the caretaker and got a goddamn voice. But again, I'm glad for the purposes of her roasting Lenae that she did. Because she up there just quiet. I know it's a 2-hour interview, but she quiet right now.
Ignored the fact that the mother needs the help, not motherfucking Umar. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show that, you know what I'm saying? Something is wrong here. Something is definitely wrong in this situation. And I started asking myself, I said, am I here for the mother or am I here for my sister? And I am here for my sister. But it comes a time when you have to do the right thing. And I'm going to do the right thing every time. And I'm here for the mother. And I've been saying that from the beginning. When I told my sister that I was here for the mother and she didn't do anything, even Tasha K wasn't.
You there for the mother, but you've never met the mother, man. Y'all folk get on my goddamn nerves. You ain't never met this lady, but you there for her. I bet you don't even talk to your own mama. You probably won't go take your mama a Sprite.
Even there for the mother as much as I thought she would be. She brought the mother up to Siobhan about once or twice. She never, when it came down to my sister, she asked so many questions that she didn't get to ask Siobhan and took the anger out on my sister. But in reality, no one asked for a well-being check. No, we don't know. We can't really clarify if a well-being check is being done. We can't say.
But you said on the show, you said that it did. You said you and her said at the same time. Well, if they we call and they come out and leave her there, what can we do? Y'all was trying to explain how it was steps and stuff. So you lied on the video the other day. So why should we believe you now? But she finna go in on it.
Sister, she asked so many questions that she didn't get to ask Siobhan and took the anger out on my sister. But in reality, no one asked for a well-being check. No, we don't know. We can't really clarify if a well-being check is being done. We can't say Siobhan was there when the well-being check was done. To me, it was there. No.
Nope, can't verify that it was done. Can't say who was there. Don't know if Siobhan called. They don't know.
You can say that Umar said, or the mother recounted having an experience. I'm so tired of these stories and y'all coming online and not doing anything about it. So I'm trying to figure out.
Let me find out Champagne Queen been watching my commentary on you today. She is tired of these stories. Umar conjuring up and spirits running around and y'all ain't doing shit. Now I heard Lenae was saying something about she wouldn't be telling them. She was saying it wouldn't be wise for the brothers to kick in the door and take the mama while Umar gone, because they don't know what medications and shit and all that. She listened to me point out it was dumb what she said, and her retort was, yeah, they wouldn't do that because they don't know her medications and stuff and X, Y, and Z. I was like, but hold up, lady. You literally said your whole reason for getting the restraining order because you was going to take him down to make him lose his gun license, and then boom, anybody that wanted to go in the house could be in there safely. Now you're saying they don't need to go in there while he gone, because I pointed out, well, he gone all the time anyway, and there's no gun when he gone, so they could have been went in. They don't know her condition, and she mean, and they don't know what medicine she take, and they don't know her doctor information. Just a whole bunch of motherfucking excuses. The lawyer said the family got lawyers and they trying to get him served. And I'm like, this nigga publicly posts his motherfucking schedule all the time so they can catch this nigga in any city. He posted. He be at the school all the time on live, and he can't be served. Get the fuck out of here.
We can't say Siobhan was there or the well-being check was done. To me, it was there. No, all you can say is that Umar said, or the mother recounted having an experience. I'm so tired of these stories and y'all coming online and not doing anything about it. So I'm trying to figure out, are y'all dick-whipped? Are you being vindictive?
Wait, I got to slow it down. I got to slow it down. This is a young woman asking you this, Siobhan. Oh, why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say, yeah? Umar gets his mouth from his mama. Why you ain't had nothing say right there? Let me slow it down.
Was there or the well-being check was done. To me, it was there. No, all you can say is that Umar said, or the mother recounted having an experience. I'm so tired of these stories and y'all coming online and not doing anything about it. So I'm trying to figure out, are y'all dick-whipped? Are you being vindictive? Or is this really about the mother? But we already know what this is. It's about being dick-whipped and not being...
Even the young girl sees that you and her sister dick whip. She 25 though. We can understand why she dick whip. We don't know why your old ass dick whipped, and you tried to say you were just using the nigga for a tool. See, at her age, she can find another Umar Johnson or better. You can't. Yo, it's over with. At your age, you only had one shot at a Umar and you blew it, which is why you was texting the shit out this nigga. You was desperate for any contact from this man.
Able to get that dick. It's about now.
Oh, I gotta play it again. It was y'all is dickmatized. It's about the dick.
All you can say is that Umar said, or the mother recounted having an experience. I'm so tired of these stories and y'all coming online and not doing anything about it. So I'm trying to figure out, are y'all dick-whipped? Are you being vindictive? Or is this really about the mother? But we already know what this is. It's about being dick-whipped and not being able to get that dick. It's about not having access to that mother's money anymore, to be able to walk all over.
I don't know why. Divine intervention. She wasn't supposed to be on that show, but she needed to say that. It's about being vindictive, not getting that dick no more, and not having access to that money. Siobhan ain't had her nigga. Before Umar paid her phone bill, it probably had been 10 years before a nigga had paid her phone bill. She ain't that the fuck. That was new to her. And if she's such a balling agent, why the fuck she need Umar to pay her phone bill? I'm just saying, Miss Balling bitch. A phone bill? A phone bill. What, like $100? A phone bill. I think it was 90. I think he sent you 90 on Apple Pay, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, she tore your ass up, though.
Over her and not even report people getting the lipo. People out here getting the liposuction. People out here traveling the world. People out here eating good.
Sound like she jealous of her sister. Yeah, did you want to fuck Umar? She talking about her sister. People out here getting Her sister, yeah,
But then
they fought after this interview for sure. They definitely fell out about this interview. She throwing shade, motherfucker traveling, because Siobhan ain't traveling the world, nor has she got liposuction. So she's specifically talking about her sis in this one.
again, you want to talk about she eating good too. The fuck you talking about she eating good? When you open it up, that refrigerator's stuck. So Umar must be doing what? Ordering out. And if he ordering out, what he ordering out? Processed food. What the fuck? Bitch, that's a whole bunch of something that lady don't even need. Umar, you need to let your mother go to paradise. Or go to a nursing home where she...
You have no idea what he's ordering out though, motherfucker. He could be ordering out salads and smoothies and shit. See, this is a whole bunch of assumptions from a motherfucker that wasn't in the house. And nobody cares about your goddamn specific dietary uses. What you do is what you do. You don't know anything about this woman's blood pressure or nothing to say she don't need no goddamn food. We need no whatever the fuck you said. We all eat processed food, motherfucker. You do too. You ain't telling your mama not to eat no goddamn processed
live her
food.
life out in paradise. I'm pretty sure that'd be paradise.
Chinese food is healthy unless you're using a lot of damn soy sauce on it.
For her, rather than sit up in the same spot every day. Now I feel like it's unethical and immoral for y'all to keep on coming online and not taking accountability for your own actions because you all were...
God damn it. I like this lady. I like this motherfucking woman. Y'all I want to interview her. I want to interview her, not about none of this shit. I just want to interview her and be like, well, now I don't even want to interview her. I just want to tell her, good job, young lady. Good job. You told a couple lies at the first interview. You really is giving a whole bunch of assumptions, but you hit the nail on the head. You was telling, if you saying this shit online, I'm sure you've told it to your sister. You ain't tell it to her while she was working her. That's fine. You're saying it after the fact, but at least you're telling her this. This old bitch don't have, according to her, nobody in, fuck. Sorry, I take that back. This old lady, she has no one in her life that'll tell her the shit she is doing is embarrassing. She said she sat down and had a family meeting and told them, I'm exposing Umar, y'all. And nobody said, this might not be a good idea. At least your sister is 25. This lady is 44. And she won't stop. Your sister did one interview. This lady has done 10. This her second time being on this nigga channel to talk about Umar Caretaker. And she not really here to talk about Umar and Umar's mama condition. She wanted to talk to your sister because your sister fucked him. That's how crazy this bitch is. I mean, that's how crazy this lady is. I mean, fuck it. I didn't cuss twice. It's over with. I'm sorry, y'all. I failed. Okay. I failed. I tried. That's all I can do is try. Don't judge me.
The caretakers. You all were supposed to be taking care of him. Umar, if he's slow and autistic and you saw that he had problems, then you shouldn't have abandoned that mother.
How y'all gonna say this man is autistic? This is some wild shit. It's Bible, but man, get your money, G. Get your money.
When she needed y'all the most. You were in
now, well, now hold that thought.
Can I chime in here a little bit, Mike?
I just want to tell, because
yeah, you had chimed in earlier. Why you asking that? You ain't never asked us. Could you chime in? You were rude as fuck to us, which is why everybody is treating you like we doing now.
I already know you're gonna respond to that. I just want to tell the people, please.
You got to stay off the internet, sweetheart. I'm not a caretaker. That's
you got to stay off the internet, sweetheart. Her sister not a caretaker either, but y'all acted in that role. Ma'am, we got pictures of you tried to tell this nigga what type of equipment that he needed. So you tried to act in that role. Don't try to downplay it now. It's what she just said. You need to take accountability for you putting yourself in this situation. Because the nigga asked you and you said yes. And you not only said yes once, again, the first time you thrown off guard, you don't want to break your word. But when he asked second, third time, nah, it ain't my vibe. I ain't feeling the house. Your mama too far gone. She need professional help. Nope, your dumb ass went out there twice thinking that you was a caretaker. You was ready to move in the house with her. No. You was not gonna rewrite history, Siobhan. Not gonna be able to do it. Nope.
One, that's not even my profession. And I don't want you to think I'm trying to.
My guy said, "Oh shit, nigga, you brought some good wrenching competition. She ain't got nothing. This is bullshit." Because again, Mike Larry, you know damn well she acted in a caretaker position, so she's bullshitting. She's deflecting. Who gives a fuck if you're a caretaker? You took caretaker money them 3 times, did you not? Were you not saying you were the only one who could get her right? You could get her into a better spot? That's called caretaking, man, whether you're a professional or not. And the fact that you're now saying I'm not a caretaker makes everybody scratch their motherfucking head as to why you did it 3 times. But what do I know?
I'm trying to be combative with you because this is something that's I'm very passionate with. So I've been in contact with the family. I have contact.
What family? What family? Why does the family need a woman who sucked his dick to speak for them when they grew up with this nigga? Why?
Contacted people. This is known. I've talked to the head of PDA. So
she talked to the head, but she called anonymously.
But this isn't, I think you are picking up a lot of the narrative that's online, and the reason why I try to address those things, because I care very much about that woman.
She met that woman 3 times. 3 times. A woman that she claims is sunsetting and all that. That lady don't even fucking remember you, but you care about her. All right, cool.
If you
and I wasn't.
Uncle Suge, the one that used to date Claudiva, he went to he either called Tommy's mama church or he went to the church one. Yeah, he got apparently I knew when Gil first started doing shit on YouTube, he was editing for him. I didn't know that turned into a full-time job on Gil's arena. Boy, he got embarrassed today though. I also didn't know Suge was that fucking tall. Suge a tall motherfucker, he just skinny.
Why did it take you so long to report it?
I did report it. I just didn't report it to the internet.
If it's not your profession, why did you take the job?
Ooh, Mike ain't gotta do no work. Done DeMarco, go. You ain't gotta do no work, Mike Larry. This is easy content right here. I'm glad you let it happen. Again, I don't know why she got a voice, but this needed to be had out. This woman is 20 years younger than you, Lenae, at least, and she on your ass. Since you trying to say you wasn't no caretaker, why you take the job? You lying talking about you reported it, you just didn't tell the internet, but cool. She ain't been removed, which is what I keep saying. She ain't been removed. And it ain't your fucking business. You're not supposed to be, none of you, Champagne or Lenae or your sister, y'all are not supposed to be fighting harder for Umar mama than her motherfucking kids. Her kids are the ones that should be fighting and doing all this calling and having people knocking on the door and shit. That is, if they care about their mama. Question is, if it's been 8 years and they ain't been in court once, something has to tell you they don't give a fuck, which is why Umar got custody of her in the first goddamn place, because they didn't give a fuck. Ain't nobody gonna say that though.
And I was only in there. I did report it. I just didn't report it to the internet.
If it's not your profession, why did you take the job?
Because what the story that was given to me was that he had a service that was not taking care of his mother properly.
Ma'am, you're not answering the motherfucking question. At the end of the day, no matter what story he gave you, you said you're not a caretaker. She said, why did you take the job? You knew he was going to be out of the country, out the state, and you were going to be the sole caretaker. There was going to be no one there but you. Why did you take the motherfucking position, lady?
He was in between finding another service. So the way Tanya, do you know who Tanya and Rochelle are?
I don't care who are they though, but what do they?
Okay, we can't have a conversation because we gotta be able. So Tanya and
everywhere she goes all around the world. It's a simple question. Why you take the job? Well, he pitched it to me that he was in between, and then Tanya and Rochelle, and then okay, and then
Rochelle, I'm gonna send you the text messages, Mike, so you can put them up. Tanya and Rochelle are from the agency. The way that this was pitched to me was that.
So you gonna send that message where he said the A is asking about clocking out, and you think they working with Tanya and Rochelle. Tanya and Rochelle is from the agency. What does that prove? What does that have to do with your ass and the prospect of you taking a caretaker job when you just said you weren't a caretaker when you were called out about your non-caretakerly duties?
He needed help. He needed help with his mother. He needed somebody to come in that he could trust. And so I did that. I felt like,
young lady, I hope you ask her, but you said all of that and you still didn't answer my question.
It couldn't have been too hard because he lied to me about her condition.
But Siobhan, you didn't go in.
Wait, hold on, because I let you.
It couldn't have been, I was thinking it couldn't have been too hard because he lied to me about her condition. So he didn't tell you his mama was bedridden.
We weren't.
Then when you got in there and saw his mama was bedridden, you could have said, oh boy, you're going to have to counsel Eastern Michigan.
Designed to be combative.
You're right.
Designed to kind of get some things, worked out. So you're a little indoctrinated by the.
Oh, see, she wants shit to be civilized, but she constantly throwing shots. You're indoctrinated. This bitch thinks she is the only one who is smart.
Internet. And I'm
before you continue, I'm not gonna do too many interject. I'm gonna let y'all go, but please be respectful with one another. And I did not know this conversation was going to lead to where
you're not absolutely being respectful, man. You goddammit is throwing shots. You've been watching the wrong narrative on the internet, and that's uncalled for. And ma'am, she calling you and your sister out. The fuck? She ain't just saying you, nigga. She talking about her own flesh and blood. She probably got to throw hands with her sister over the shit she said tonight. You act like you above reproach. No, motherfucker, you in the same position. And you older. Again, we could all understand why the 25-year-old did it. She 25. That's what the fuck you supposed to do. You, on the other hand, though, you're a federal employee. You're a grade X, Y, and Z. You was passing out flyers for the show and for the Umar event at your job. All that good shit. And you running around this motherfucker catching flights to take care of this nigga mama, while also simultaneously needing your phone bill paid. Bitch, you needed the money. Let's just keep it real. You took care of his mama like that because you needed the motherfucking money, and you also wanted to suck his dick again, and you thought if you took care of his mama, you could get some more pipe.
At now, but as long as everybody be respectful, get what's off your chest out. But I did not expect this to go this way. But
yeah, this wasn't the tone that we were coming in on. We were trying to
good. Right. She came on there to come at. She wanted to go at Mia because Mia is 25 and snatched. That's all it is. She wish her titties still look like that. She wish her waist still look like that. She wish her hair wasn't gray. She wish she didn't breathe hard when she was clicking on her mouse on her computer.
Yeah, address it. I know that you were trying to come in on a tone that was sincere and stuff, but the actions.
No, not sincere. I came on the fact find.
I know what you're trying to say. That the things that you have done were not out of saying you didn't mean to put this woman in harm.
No, I didn't put her in harm.
You didn't put her in harm, but okay, you're saying that you didn't put her in harm. But I just want to know why you didn't make a well-being check when you were there by yourself. And plus, I just want to add on that you had sex with Umar.
Thank you. Why you were there by yourself? You talking about you made a call. When? Not while you were in the home. Because again, if you took money from this man, you called the police, you left, came back, took more money from him, you a scandalous bitch.
Before you were hired. So you were hired off of lustful tendencies, but you go ahead.
And let her respond without over talking, please. Please.
Yeah, and even if it has to be muted. So I did him a solid as a family.
Even if she got to be muted. I did him a solid. That's why she took the job as a caretaker while telling you she had a caretaker. I did the job as a solid. But you got paid. Doing the job as a solid don't entail payment though, man. You got paid.
As a favor. I don't look at it like that, but you could take that way if you like. But once I came in, I chopped everything up to circumstantial. When I came in, he said that the nurses, and I have this via text, the nurses were doing this to his mother. He had to get rid of that service, and I was under the impression that everything.
So who's to say he wasn't lying? I mean, who's to say he's not telling the truth that the agency did that to his mother? Who are you to say? You don't fucking know. It's the reason they got fired.
He had already been taken care of on his end. He was just needing someone to fill in between one, finding another person to come into care. Okay. So this wasn't on lustful tendencies because I didn't need to take that on myself. That was a lot. I did that as a fact.
But you did it 3 times though, ma'am. And they weren't even back to back according to you. According to you, it was January, February, and March. So why did you do it 3 times? When she lost her, I guess she went hoarse doing that, even though she wasn't even talking loud on that dry ass live she did. Who knows why she losing her voice?
Favor, I thought, to someone who needed it.
She definitely lost her voice yelling at somebody though. Maybe her pretend boyfriend got to argue.
Now, I just unmuted you. Hold on 1 second. But I will say this about Siobhan. She, from what I remember, she definitely, even after not messing with Umar, she was still going back there because she was worried about her mother. So she did go there.
Sir, what you said don't make no motherfucking sense. She stopped having sex with Umar. Umar says, "Can you come take care of my mama?" How she care about Umar's mama if she never met Umar's mom before she took care of her the first time? That's not why she went out there the first time. She went out there the first time because the sex was cut off, and that's the only reason he hit her up. And so in order to be in this nigga's life and around him, she said yes. Which is why she was so upset that as soon as he got back, she didn't get to spend any time with him. He sent her back to the hotel via Uber. She didn't get to spend no time with this nigga when he got back in town, which is what she wanted to do. Second time he needed her. Ain't really talking to her, ain't fucking her. She didn't acknowledge. You only hit me up when you need me to take care of your mama. So she went back again, not because she cared about the mama, because she needed the money and she was trying to be close to Umar. Sir, if you watched her video from today, she put up messages where she was talking to Umar in April, May, and June, and nowhere in any of those text messages was she talking about how she missed his mama. She didn't ask how his mama was doing, and none of that. She was worried about sucking his dick. So you, sir, are misinformed.
Off the strength of how the living conditions of his mother was. So she grew an emotional attack.
She said the lady said she was having dizzy spells and bloody noses, and she went back to subject herself to that. And by what you're saying, she still, the first time she went, she only knew Umar mama for them 3 days or wherever the fuck it was, where he was in Eastern Michigan. And then she left and came back the second time. You gotta stop it, bro. You was feeding into this bitch's delusion, and you appeared to. Your channel got 177,000 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. So you appear to know better, but you was falling for this bitch's delusions. Don't be a Lenae.
Attachment to her at some point. So a lot of the times when she went back, it was due to the relationship and the living conditions.
She only went 3 motherfucking times. And on one of the times, his mama failed. And then, according to her, sir, when the mama failed, she was defending Umar. She said she was covering for Umar when the fire department came in there after his mama failed. So how the fuck she have an attachment for her in her situation? If she protected the nigga, that's the one that got the mama in the fucked up situation that she care about. When someone actually did come into the house. She didn't tell them to check her diaper. She didn't suggest they take her to the hospital or none of that. She just said, oh, she slipped and fell.
My sister as well, but it still does not justify the actions that were implemented. When you I understand what you're saying, but I'm not saying that this is a crime because you are non-certified nurses. You all don't really know the regulations.
It's not a crime to take care of.
It's not a crime. I wouldn't say a crime. But if we were to use a crime as an example.
No, it's not a crime, but when she pointed out y'all was some shitty caretakers, you wanted to exclude yourself from the title of caretaker. Now you're saying you are a caretaker when you're doing a favor. You can't have it both ways.
You do not have to have the mindset. You don't have to say, oh, I want to commit this crime, or, oh, I feel this type of way. No, you can go into a crime blindly and not knowing that you're committing one. But when you commit one, you're negligently and you're recklessly committing.
What crime was committed, sweetie?
Intent. She calling you negligent, motherfucker. She's saying you're negligent and you're enabling Umar. You're trying to blame Umar for the condition. Well, motherfucker, you're negligent. 3 times you went there. You ain't saying 3 times you went there, you made 3 separate calls. Because you went in January, you had made a call. You went in February, you made a call. You went in March, you made a call. And you had a 911 call. I'm just saying, you don't have 3 reports. You got 1 after people grilled you on Lenae Show about it. You miraculously called but didn't tell the public. But you're telling the public that you did now. This shit don't make no sense. We weren't there when you were taking care of Umar's mama, so it wouldn't have mattered if you told the public. So why 6 months later, when you come out to tell your story, you couldn't tell us that you called the people on Umar while you were in the house? This shit don't make no sense, Mike Lowry. You gotta start listening to what these ignorant bitches say now, Mike, that will get you caught up. They'll tell you Umar gave him a settlement and produce a bogus ass check. And then make up debit bitches, and they just make up all types of people. That motherfuckers and got fired. Lawyers supposed to lose their job and get disbarred. It's calamity.
There's no crime. I don't know if you feel as though that there was a crime. I don't say that there was a crime, but I do feel like there was negligence committed.
Well, I've already been in contact.
But I can't say that I have seen your story with Tasha K. I do want to ask you a breakdown.
That's what it is.
A little bit. I just want to break it down just a little bit because I broke your whole story all the way down. I feel like both your stories.
Before you go ahead,
Ooh, she broke your story down, sis. Good shit, Mike Lowry. Good shit.
So this is more about drilling me in front of everybody.
But that's what you wait. So this is more about drilling me in front of everybody. Don't be a pussy, Lenae. You just asked me to pull up on you, a grown ass man, and here it is, a nigga that's 1 year younger than you. You asked me to pull up on you, and here it is, a young lady saying she want to ask you some questions. And, oh, it's about grilling me. But the first thing that you thought of when she said Mia backed out was, oh, well, did she think I was going to grill her? You wanted to grill her because she fucked Umar. She ain't fucked Umar. That's why you really ain't trying to talk to her. And she holding that mirror up to you saying, you know better. At least my sister 25 and my sister got paid more than you, bitch. She got paid more than you. Siobhan want to go up there and say, how much he pay you, girl?
more so making you.
I got to mute both of y'all. I have to mute both of y'all. Hold on. Nobody can hear you anyway. I'm muting both of y'all. This is not where
No, nigga, you gotta let that shit fly. We gonna hear the person that's screaming the loudest, sir. Like, this shit always works itself out. Everything ain't important. It's just certain parts. Like, if she say, fuck you, bitch, you'll hear that clearly. You gotta let that shit ride, son. Organized chaos.
This conversation to go. But what I'm going to say is we didn't even finish about your sister. So this was supposed to be exposing your sister. I think that's the wrong word to expose your sister, but say the things that your sister was hiding from the public because she really threw herself at him. I don't want to even tell the people our off the record conversations because the shit that you're going to say, she pretty much some of it she told me. So I knew she basically target Dr. Umar, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
So you had off the record conversations with her. You knew that she targeted Umar. And you went with the story anyway. And it's the reason that Tasha K has said what she said when she had this conversation with them and put it out. So that's not a good look. So if you knew she targeted Umar, why in the fuck is the sister back up here now? Why couldn't you just do a quick video saying, yo, that was some wild shit, but due to what I learned, I think Umar has been targeted. I don't think anything they said was real because it's not, targeting can't be a good thing.
Just from the conversation we had before we even went live, but let's not,
Before y'all went live,
Siobhan,
that's what I'm saying. So you had a heads up before the live and you still went forward with it. But man, you better have got 100,000 views for that motherfucking interview. This is crazy work, yo.
Just because
I'm a clout chaser, but I got my clout chasing got standards and morals and shit. I ain't just doing any goddamn thing. Got some type of goddamn integrity. Shit
that you're gonna say, she pretty much some of it she told me, so I knew she basically target Dr. Umar, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Just from the conversation we had before.
Hey man, just seriously, how are we supposed to hate this nigga and focus on the fucked up shit he actually does when we constantly are being bombarded with lying ass motherfuckers like this and hearing niggas say, I know this 25-year-old targeted Umar, but I pressed the live button anyway. And now I'm back with her sister on the live and Siobhan, who story, he ain't did shit to her neither, but I'm gonna push the he care about Umar mama narrative. So like, come on, G. Come on, G.
Well, we even went live, but let's not, if you have questions for Siobhan, cool. Just be respectful and let's not just stay on this subject on her because this is not what this conversation is about. We talking about your
fuck it, nigga, you letting these folk bash Umar. You letting them bash a male. Fuck it being Umar. You letting them bash a man and you know a nigga got targeted. Fuck it being Umar. Would you be okay with a woman targeting Umar? Then you got another a man. Then you got another woman on her who could be targeting the same man. You would be okay with it. Apparently, you ain't been paying attention to Siobhan's story, which is sad because she ain't stopped talking. The Mia girl ain't been no every goddamn where. We don't know what the fuck she said on Tasha K. Either it's behind a paywall or Tasha K didn't put it out. But you can easily find what the fuck Siobhan is saying out here. You got this crazy bitch back up here again.
Sister as well. All right. So Siobhan, I'm going to ask you real quick. Do you want her to go over that list?
This is a bad look, Mike. I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought this was going to be, and I get where you're coming from. But we did this on the strength of helping the situation.
No, this is a bad look, Mike. No, you did it on the strength of you wanted to talk to every woman Umar and stuck his dick in, you want to know. It's the weirdest shit in the world. And then you put it on your interviews coming. We gonna talk to Mia and get some of the facts straight. Who cares? Who cares?
Different person. She's not the person that was directly in contact. Right. There's a lot of information that
nigga, if you care, go protest in front of Umar Mama house.
She can't answer. And then I don't want to be dealing with somebody that has been indoctrinated by the internet, like comments.
And then she called to say he indoctrinated. At least she's done research, something apparently Mike hasn't done. And how you gonna say she indoctrinated by the internet when she said she broke down your whole you said she broke down she told you she broke down your Tasha K interview. This is what she saw in the Tasha K interview. Not what MoneyBoy Trey said to you. Is I'm all in your head, baby. The lady, you don't know if the lady to watch me, but all of a sudden she's indoctrinated with the internet. See, you wouldn't even be uttering phrases like that had you just acted like you had some sense on Rim Rum panel dealing with me, especially since the situation I was up there talking about was Mary Ann Laurie and not you. Now see where you at. It's damn near a month later, and you sitting there telling new motherfuckers you done got indoctrinated by little old me, the nigga that's excited for some clout, the nigga that looks stupid sitting up there smoking. You think everybody listening to me now? And I had to block you from my page yesterday, weirdo.
And stuff. She's not. Okay, so we're not talking about my sexual relationship with Umar. We're talking
about she never want nobody to point out that you fucked Umar, but you talk about how bad he is. At least the young girl just was like, he was trying to talk crazy to me, and I got a smart mouth. That's what the young girl was saying. You ain't even got that. You was like, her excuse for texting Umar 17 times and him not responding was, that's how you got to do him. You got to do that to him to keep him engaged. Well, if you got to do that to keep a nigga engaged and then he still give you a one-word answer or an emoji, he don't give a fuck. That nigga responded to you in emojis.
Has been indoctrinated by the internet, like comments and stuff. Okay, so we're not talking about my sexual relationship with
She is too old for this shit. Oh my goodness. I'm glad it happened. See, I told you, Shabbat, like you is the content that never ends. Like your content is getting boring for me. You notice I ain't went back to your video. I've been moving around talking about Uber and other. I've been moving around with your story. And then you keep popping up giving me shit like this. I created the spat with us on Judge panel so that I could come back. I had to spice our relationship up. It's dry like your pussy. We have to do some things, man. I don't want to talk about my thing. That's part of your story. How you not gonna want to talk about part of your story? Because you realize your pussy stink. wait. I almost forgot I had it. Hold on. You don't want this to be part of her story, but
I've never smelled a woman smell like that.
Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. It takes the smell away. Na 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 na. Your pussy stink. Your pussy stink. Your pussy stink. Your pussy stink. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. Feminine wash. That smell away. Your pussy stink.
I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy, when she took her underwear off, brothers and sisters, she smelled like something crawled up inside of her and died. She smelled like an old fish tank. You ever smell a fish tank that somebody ain't cleaned in like 2 years? They got goldfish in there, they got all kind of fish, and it ain't been cleaned in years. That's what she smelled like when she took off those funky ass drawers. Her drawers were so old and so funky that I thought it was a wife beater. That's how stretched out her drawers was. Her drawers were so old and so funky, I thought her underwear was a slingshot. Her drawers were so funky and so stank, brothers and sisters, that I thought it was a wife beater, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect. So when she said, it's my turn, after she got finished swallowing the Shango, she said, it's my turn. After she got finished swallowing the Prince of Pan-Africanism, she said, it's my turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, how do I get out of this? Because it ain't no way under God's heaven that King Kong consciousness face, nose, tongue, lips, ears, or hairline is going anywhere near that cootie cat. Brothers and sisters, listen. Brothers and sisters, listen. She told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. I'm willing to take a lie detector test. I am willing to take a lie detector test, brothers and sisters. That woman smelled like a dead cow mixed with sour milk and menstruated underwear that was found in a funky alleyway. I lie to you not. She is so acidic. Her universe is so acidic. She needs a baptism. She needs a deep cleanse. She needs an exorcism. I think she got demons living in that Batcave. I think she got demons living in that Batcave, brothers and sisters. And she thought that the world's most requested scholar was going to go down on her. Oh, no. My women got to be fresh and clean. My women got to smell like fresh peaches, fresh daffodils. My women got to smell like fresh roses. If you want these lips to ever touch your peach cobbler, if you want this tongue to ever massage your honeycomb hideout, you got to be clean. You got to be clean. And she need a deep cleanse. In fact, I'm going to treat her because I have an address. I know where she sleeps. I have Pastor Bussy's address. I know where he sleeps. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa because whatever she got in her, I don't know how many men she done been with. I don't know. But I've never smelled a woman smell like that.
What it do, Andre? Oh boy.
What's going on, Trey?
The internet.
I'm laughing at this young lady, Rose Siobhan.
Man, look, first of all, Umar's a weirdo. Now, the whole song is funny. Him going off about talking about her vagina is funny. But Umar is a weirdo with some of the stuff he say. All of the peach cobbler and all of that nonsense. You want to be taken serious. He
didn't want to be taken seriously in that moment. He was jonesing.
No, but I'm saying, but he do it anyway. Even when he out there giving a speech and he started running down. I like mocha. I like this. I like that. I like pistachio. So that's part of his character.
Well,
he misses calling.
Would you prefer him to just be explicit? Like me?
No, I prefer him if he trying to be a so-called leader. Now, if he trying to be a jokester and a comedian, which is probably what he should have kind of did, I honestly feel like he wants to be a slash celebrity-ish comedian rapper type, but I don't know whether he got any bars. And his comedy is funny at times, is corny at times, but I don't think he's consistent enough to be able to do a 5, 10, 15 minute, definitely not a 30-minute show, because he'll end up being, to me, like a D.L. Hewley. Say a couple of jokes, then want to pick at people, then want to talk trash, and then it'll have its highs and deep lows and its high, But I'm just saying, if you want people to take you serious, now, if you want to be a jokester, that's a different story. Then you say all kind of stuff, and if it hit, it hit.
You do have to count when you have this conversation. You do have to take into the account the people that aren't you that take him seriously, and you have to take into account too that everybody's style of leadership ain't the same. Just because you
but the thing is,
wrong for him to do it.
Okay, but the thing is, when you say people different styles of leadership, you also talk about individuals like Donald Trump. You also talk about jokers like Jim Jones. You also talk about Major Applewhite. You talk about cult leaders. So it's different leaders. So yeah, but therefore that don't make him.
How do you go from his sexual innuendos to talking about Donald Trump and Jim Jones? Because you went from sexual innuendos to something totally different.
No, because you said leadership. When you say
you said if he wanted to be a leader, when you started talking about him talking about peach cobbler and stuff, you were talking about him being a leader. I brought up leadership style.
I'm
Him talking
saying because
about
he
that is
says,
leadership style.
hey, he
You brought up
says
his
he's the
leadership
prince.
style, not
I'm
me.
saying, but dude, if I could talk, I say he says that he's the prince of Pan-Africanism. He says he's got this movement. He makes it as if he's the leader and everybody in Pan-Africanism is following him and his
What does that have
followers
to
and
do?
his
And
donors.
you
So
just
I'm just
throwing out,
saying,
you just throwing out stuff now. You started off talking about him saying butter pecan and all that, and if people wanted to, then if he wanted to be taken seriously, then I pointed out to people he is taken seriously. Then I pointed out the original point, which was his leadership style, and I was saying, well, he could be blunt. Because there's some people that say grab him by the pussy. He just don't. He used silly innuendos. Then you went to Jim Jones.
if he
You just
wanted,
throwing out shit.
because I think no, I'm not just throwing out stuff, Trey. I can verify. I can actually back up the stuff I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's
His
wrong.
people
I'm
is.
saying you're just throwing out shit to criticize him. I ain't saying
I'm not
anything you
throwing out.
saying is wrong.
No. I'm not throwing out stuff to criticize him. I have a right to my opinion.
I'm not
It
saying
might
you
not be
don't.
your opinion, but I'm
I'm
saying.
not
But the
saying,
thing
well,
is,
guess what though?
but you
I'm not saying
question
you
it.
don't.
But
But
you
he had
questioning
so
me.
okay,
So
here's the
therefore, if
thing.
you gonna question me,
Can I
then
stop
I
you?
got a
Can
right
I
to
stop
be
you?
able
Can
to.
I stop you? Can I stop you? Can I stop you? Because you hit me with you got the right to your opinion. And he got the right to say butter pecan and do all that shit. The world is
Hey,
not one-sided. If you can have your opinion, he can say that. It's his way of doing shit.
but Trey, am I stopping him?
No. I
Well,
ain't
then
saying
what
you
is the point?
stopping him, but
So then this the thing.
you were just talking
This the
about if he
thing.
needed to be. Well, first of all, we up here talking about Lenae, and you came up here talking about Uber Weird and all that other
Cause you
shit. And
showed his
you
clip,
finished.
dude. You showed his clip. You
I
showed
played
his.
because it was funny because the woman asked about their sex life. That's why I played it. But the show is about Lenae being roasted. Fuck Umar. We talk about Umar every goddamn day. Well, some people do. I'm not one of them niggas.
Like comments and stuff.
I haven't looked
She's
at the
not.
comments.
Okay, so we're not talking about my sexual relationship with Umar. We're talking about what happened with his mother in the house. Because the same things that you're pitching to me, you knew about this stuff. You guys were in the home before I
wasn't in the home. I never knew about this. I knew
you were aware of what was going on in the home.
I didn't have the victim's name. I wasn't a worker there.
Aware of what was going on in the home.
That's why I'm here now.
This is what I showed up for the cat fight. They both got equal points though, but Champagne already said my sister and you, Lenae, y'all digmatized, y'all cared about the money, y'all don't give a fuck about that woman mama. But she also ain't in the house, so she really shouldn't have too much to say.
I wasn't in the home. I never knew about this. I knew
you were aware of what was going on in the home.
I didn't have the victim's name. I wasn't a worker.
Now she trying to say you was aware of what was going on in the home. Her sister could have been lying to her, just like you could be lying to us. Hearsay, ma'am, hearsay. That ain't proof.
Aware of what was going on in the
My
home.
thing is this.
That's why I'm here now.
Wait, hold on. Let me pop.
My thing is this. First of all, like I made the comment earlier, I don't understand what was the reason for this Champagne chick being on that first interview. Like she had no information. I'm assuming that the reason why she was included was the same reason why her sister's not on this chat now. Because her sister was scared to go on there by herself. So it was like, look, can my sister be up there? Now, I'm not sure that who it was, Storm Monroe? Was that who interviewed them?
Man, to be honest, man, Storm Monroe interview looked just like Mike Jack. He just act like he asked his own question.
I'm saying
I think his
no,
shit
but I was
was
saying that's who did it. No, but I'm saying that's who did it. I was just making sure I had the right guy. But I think Storm Monroe really didn't want old girl to talk. But it was kind of like he was like, I'm gonna just let it flow because as long as she talking, old girl gonna step there. But I kind of think he was under the impression that this chick wasn't gonna say a whole lot. And she started spitting more.
Because it came after his, And his video, even the clip of the house came after his video. And then, like I said, Storm Monroe shit looked like he just superimposed himself over Mike Lowry and asked questions.
Oh, okay.
And
But
they
yeah,
answered. That's what
this
it looked like to me, but I hadn't watched it.
but yeah, this chick, from what I seen, this chick did a whole bunch of talking. And to me, I think she did just as more, if not more, talking than her sister did.
Bro, Mike said from the
Um,
conversation he had before they went live, he could tell that she targeted Umar. That he
oh, I can
still
see
went
that.
forward with the live.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, why he went forward with the live and old girl pulled out, I don't know. But then, in the
No,
same
not
respect,
this live.
no,
The
no, 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 no.
initial
I'm saying
live.
no. I'm talking about this one here. Once he realized old girl wasn't gonna come up, he could have pulled out and said, "I'm not gonna do it,"
Still
because
for
I
the
want your
content.
sister. I
Still for the
understand that.
content, unless he knew
And
she was
then,
gonna check her.
on the flip side, if Lenae had such an issue and didn't want to talk to this girl, why Lenae ain't dropped? Old girl dropped.
I don't think Lenae knew she wasn't gonna be up there today because dude said she backed out at the last minute, like right before the show. So I don't think Lenae knew. That's why Lenae was like, did she think I was gonna ambush her? Did she think I was gonna attack her?
But now, the thing about the thing I have with Lenae is she comes at dudes a whole lot more aggressive. Now she said to you on Mr. Judges, "Oh, I don't argue with men. I don't argue with
Oh, who to
men."
pull up,
But
nigga.
I'm saying, but she attacked you on rims. Them. She came at you just talking straight trash, doing all that yelling and screaming. She did the same thing to me on KKC. I don't want to talk to you. He ain't got nothing to say. But you don't argue with men.
Oh, she full
You
up.
don't you don't argue with men. Then with Mr. Judge, she argued with you. And then she tried to play sophisticated. But now she mighty tame on this interview. She is very tame on this interview, which is surprising as hell to me. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and play it.
I don't even. How long they stayed up there? I don't see her staying up there because this motherfucker is an hour and 49 minutes. I don't see her staying up there that long. I could be wrong. No, I don't see her being up there that long. Fuck it. Let me stop before I lose my spot. It sounds like she about to run right
You
now.
must pick out the other because you both were there.
Listen, at the
No,
end of the day,
baby, that's not. We weren't there under the same.
I'm not saying that one is worse.
Your sister was there because she wanted to link with Umar.
What? Your sister was there because she wanted to link with Umar. Motherfucker, that's the same reason you were there. You
I
had
don't
already
understand
linked
her
with
logic.
Umar. Umar said, yo, can you watch my mama? You said no problem.
I
You
don't get
wanted
her
to
logic.
still link with him too. Go ahead.
So I don't get her logic because she thinking now she trying to make it like it was a big op. Like she went undercover and sex was part of her whole thing, but it was, I had to do it because I had to do it in order to stay inside to get this information. Like she was some damn double agent spy or some shit. She delusional as hell. Like how she don't see the parallels.
This is what it is. She wasn't fucking Umar anymore. He was barely responding to her. He hit her up when he needed something. So to get close to this nigga, she accepted the job. Hence, when he got back, she was upset that she couldn't spend no time around him. She couldn't shower, get ready, spray on no Victoria's Secret, try to tempt him because he was like, you got to go. Go to the room. I'm going to get you the car. I'm going to book your flight. That's what it was because he wasn't fucking her no more. But she still wanted to be around him. She thought maybe if she took care of his mama, she could get in his good graces, and she failed. The nigga, I ain't talking about she failed. I'm saying his mama failed under her care.
Oh, you talking about fail. Okay, yeah.
Yes, her mama. Remember, she told the story that the mama fell. Umar said something tragic happened, but he wasn't gonna talk about it. But she said that the mama fell. She had to call the fire department. And that's when he was like,
he
you
said,
can't take care of
yeah,
my
I'm
mama.
done.
I ain't got no more need for you. I'm already not fucking you.
Yeah, he was like, I'm done for real now.
The one thing I could use you for, I can't use you for that.
Yep.
thing that one is worse.
Your sister was there because she wanted to link with Umar.
She trying to downplay why she was there.
Was there as helping out as a friend.
No,
I was there helping out as a friend.
As a friend, she kills me about this friend stuff. She's a friend. So when he friend zoned her, she should have been cool with it.
Yeah, he had already fucked you.
Yeah, I mean, once you realize, like, okay, now we've got past the physical, we're just friends, and I'm there for the greater good of the movement. Then when he friend zoned you, you should have been fine. You could have kept trying to help you.
I have to assume that you're done with me. Am I blocked? You're supposed to be cool with the friend zone.
Hey, got to be. If you friend, you can't throw up this friend stuff, and then you getting all emotional.
You took your mother from me. You took you away from me, and then you took your mother away. My only link to you. You crazy sister.
I wasn't there because I was stigmatized.
You muted. Hold on.
We're not having the same conversation.
Yes, you were there.
Why is he on there muting? Why is he on there muting the young chick?
I don't know, but I gotta make sure he tagged in this video so he can see my work on Lenae. Somebody needs to let this brother know she's a fucking liar. Because he clearly doesn't watch her move around the internet.
No, but I don't know. Why is he muting her and then let Lenae just, I don't get that, man.
Because the young girl had the first word, she got to pontificate and give her thoughts and opinion, and this was Lenae's time to respond. And while Lenae was responding, she jumped in and said she had a question for or whatever.
But then he should mute both of them. Then say, look here, I'm muting both of y'all. I'm going to keep you muted, young girl, and I'm going to let Lenae talk. Don't say I'm muting.
Muting is pointless because you can unmute yourself. That shit don't even work. See, watch this. I bet you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
It's pointless. It don't even matter. It's the only way you can not mute it to keep them from doing it. You got to play like a video or something. But even still, I can unmute myself while the video playing, but you will barely be able to hear me. So it's pointless. But she a newbie to this shit. She don't know.
Still talking.
Plus her phone across the way from her anyway.
And Lenae, she don't understand that you can unmute yourself either because she was telling her, can you just mute him? No, I can unmute myself. Even when Judge was muting me, I was unmuting myself. So he was like, what the fuck? First StreamYard, initially when StreamYards had it, you couldn't unmute yourself. They need to bring that back.
This is going, y'all, but I'm gonna try to read
that. I know. I think you guys slighted too. That's why I asked you to get to.
Right, I don't know. What we're gonna do right now is revert to the initial.
I think this was done on purpose.
We can go back to the initial.
Okay, Siobhan. Okay, now Siobhan got a little sense because we was just talking about that. We was like, why would this go on if the Mia ain't there? And I said maybe he knew she wanted to give Siobhan the smoke. Maybe he knew. Well, maybe you should stop being so thirsty for Umar content, man. You walked into that interview. Another instance where you could have said no and just went on about your goddamn day. So if it was done on purpose, that's what you get. Again, it's fuck Umar. I hate you told that goddamn lie on your shit talking about that's your boy though. I agree with Rimrum and Judge when they was talking about Umar cuddling with the boys by the fireplace. I said, I know he say stupid shit all the time. She like, that's your boy though. How? How many more times do you want me to cuss this nigga out? You are making this nigga a sympathetic figure. At least Mary Ann dumbass will go missing for 2 weeks and come up and say some stupid shit. You just have been nonstop since February 19th. Non-stop, just saying stupid shit, proving yourself to be a delusional bitch, and you won't stop. Every goddamn video you've done shows you crazy as a motherfucker. I did not want to believe this goddamn man, but listening to his story, your text message, and his text messages, it sound like the truth. Y'all fucked that one weekend, and then after that, the nigga needed you to take care of his mama, because you specifically said in the message, you only talk to me when you need me to do something for your mama. You was 10. Can you come to Kansas City and fuck me? He wasn't studying you. He asked when you was gonna suck him up. You started talking sexual, but nowhere did that nigga say he was gonna book you no flight or ask you when you was coming. You sent 17 goddamn messages after he asked you that, only to get a good God for day the next morning. Man, you slow as a motherfucker. Now you telling us you done talk to Debbie, and we got to figure out if it's Debbie at Dollar Bank or Debbie at Legacy Home Buyers. Ain't nobody following that bullshit.
It's Lil Debbie. That's who that is. I told you. You must be read that comment. I put it in the comments. It's Little Debbie because Umar like them zebra cakes. He wants some zebra cakes.
I ain't even think about that. This bitch just be lying.
You ain't looking your chat. That was the first comment. When you played it, she said Debbie. I said Little Debbie because Umar like zebra cakes.
She played too goddamn much. I talked to the woman. How
Hey,
you talk?
and remember
Mary
that.
and Laurie didn't talk to the woman, went to the woman's house, and now you didn't talk to her too.
Hey, Trey, do me a favor. When you go on Rim Run or you go on Mind Chaos and they mention who is this Debbie, remember Little Debbie because Umar like zebra cakes. I'm giving that to you. When you say it, I'm gonna be like, that's my boy, Trey. There you go, Trey.
Y'all gonna make me send Umar $1 the way y'all cutting up.
Nah, that nigga ain't getting no dollar. I ain't sorry. I got to draw the line somewhere.
I will send 4 quarters to that nigga the way y'all is cutting up. This Lenae, and I ain't even mad at the 25-year-old. That's the era she grew up in doing shit like this. This bitch is too old for this.
But see, the thing is, she 25, she young, she dumb, and he going on these campuses and he taking these pictures with these young girls, and he got these young girls. You know how they are. They like these
He was
chants.
23 at the time.
They all, you know, all filled with that. Well, he love Black Queens forever, Snow Bunny, you know, all of that stuff. So she's like, hey, I get to see him. Starstruck. How many jokers you know? How many females, 23-year-olds you know, gonna sleep with a Usher or Jay-Z if given the opportunity?
That's what I said. I get the 25-year-old doing it.
So I know.
And she wasn't even 25 at the time. She was 23 when she met Umar. So she definitely gets a pass. Lenae old than a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Lenae, on the other hand, was 42 when she met Umar.
Yeah, she had a 23-year-old.
and she had a 23-year-old and like a 26.
She had a 27-year-old. Her daughter was 26, 27. And
two grown motherfucking kids.
And the bad thing about it, her daughter was 26, 27, and she probably wouldn't have got a pass because you'd have been like, you 27 years old, you should have known better. So she did some stuff. Her daughter would have got a pass for at 27.
She hid it from them, bro. She hid it from her son.
No. I'm saying, I'm using her daughter in reference to the 23-year-old.
I get what you say. I'm saying, you know, if she hid it from her son, she definitely hid it from her daughter.
Definitely.
She knew better.
Definitely. But carry on.
Hey, and then this crazy motherfucker, I was saying the daughter was missing from the story. I didn't know she was in there, and she didn't came online talking about her daughter being missing for real.
Stupid.
This is crazy.
Stupid.
I was like, I didn't know that later. I was talking about from the timeline, and then once I figured out, okay, she's an adult, I figured out you lied again because you said you had your first child at 18, but then you also said she finna be 30 this year, and ain't no way.
You said the other day when you did that and she started talking, she was like, yeah, she started talking. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, she said, my daughter approaching 30. And I was like, her daughter 29. She said it. I was like, nah, this chick had 14, 15 years old when she had this kid.
Exactly, but she said on his channel.
She said 18.
If I had my first child at 8, it was either
at 18
on this channel or it was on the channel with the black dude and the white woman. She said she had her first child at 18. I don't know why you lied about this. That would have been your second child you had at 18.
Nah, she lied about it because she thought it would sound better. Because she already wasn't there, because she already was trying to fight for credibility. So she felt like 18 to sound a whole lot better than 14. Because 14 would have had it like, you've been making messed up decisions for the last 30 years.
That's why.
Yep. But anyway, Trey, I'm going to drop down, man.
I'm about 50. I'm stopping it at 2 hours anyway on this end.
All right, then.
I had to catch
later
for the rest of it because I'm just 17 minutes in. But I had to come do something because she was getting roasted. And again, I watched the first 7 minutes where I was playing golf and I was like, fuck that. I got to go live. Did crazy work.
Let's do that. Let's continue with your sister.
Very weird.
And we have to be very cognitive of this is supposed to be a structured interview.
Cognitive.
Absolutely.
And we keep it that way. So now continue with your sister.
I think you meant cognizant, my guy. We have to be very cognizant that this is supposed to be a respectable interview, not. Lenae, did you ask him where the audio flag from?
Okay.
And then you run out of it.
Okay. Because when I called you, okay, I told you that I was going to pick out both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you did tell me that you had.
Oh, so if you didn't tell Lenae that she was gonna pick out both sides, then she did get set up. But she called you to do another interview. Why? Whatever.
Questions for her as well, but I don't want this to lead to.
She's not asking questions. She's
right.
making.
You ain't let her ask. She did ask you a question. The first question she asked you was because you said you're not a caretaker. You said, first of all, I'm not a caretaker. She said, well, why did you accept the job if you're not a caretaker? And you eventually said after like 17 minutes that you did it as a friend. Cool. Then she said she wanted to ask you some questions about the Tasha K interview, but y'all didn't get to that point because you know, you were too busy slick shading, talking about she indoctrinated by the internet. And you're the same bitch that's indoctrinated from the internet about 95% of the shit you know about Umar. You got it from Lenae's channel. I don't know who you're watching now, but your initial first source of everything anti-Umar was Lenae. So you're indoctrinated by the internet as well. Again, you have a personal reason to be. I don't. This shit is content for me. I called the nigga out when he doing fuck shit. I criticize some shit that's just absurd. Other shit I don't give a fuck about. You, in this instance, in Mirror Ann, y'all lied to him. And instead of us focusing on, well, the renovations is done and he ain't gonna never get them goddamn certificate of occupancy, just those are never gonna come. We got to deal with this shit here. Instead of us talking about what he did on WRAD, what Lenae did it, I'm dealing with this. Lenae ain't got time because Lenae realized y'all done lied and him focusing on it to make him look bad because he let y'all lying hoes up there. This nigga here, I don't know which show he was talking about when he said she didn't target Umar, but this should have been your show. Mia targeted Umar based on her and Lenae having the same goddamn type story. I don't know if she's targeted this man. I don't know enough information because apparently I'm not watching her story on the internet. I just believe what she told me that one time. We keep in contact, and I ain't following her on social media. But you need to.
Opinion about her sister's story and your story.
And
there's no way you don't know this woman got a channel. And if you know she got a channel, and you ain't tuning in to what she say. You don't give a fuck if she lying or not.
I want her to ask questions. I don't care about her opinion, respectfully. I just want to know what questions.
I don't want to say an opinion. I just want to ask questions about interviews and the times that you guys were there and why reports were not done. That's just all. I don't want
the reports, and I'm trying to tell you, reports were done.
Okay.
The paramedics came. Did you know that?
The paramedics came, but you said they didn't make a report. So what's the point of talking about it? You said they didn't make a report. And I told people, well, whether there's a report or not, you made a call to 911, so that should be in there. And I asked, did Lenae even do due diligence to call to see if there was a 911 call at least? But you said they didn't take a report, and you said you covered for Umar in the same instance. So I don't know why you're bringing up that the fire department was there. But these people have not listened to her go around on all these interviews and say these things. So they have no clue.
Did your sister know that the paramedics came?
Said that there was a well-being check done. And
no, I'm not talking about a well-being. I mean, I called the paramedics.
So again, if the house was in such disarray and her condition was so bad, when the firefighters came in, they didn't note the messy condition of the house, nor did you tell them to take her to the hospital for further examination. That's legal. We think she may have broke her hip. Her blood pressure spiking. We're going to take her to the hospital for observation. You didn't do any of that. And they didn't take her out of the home, so what they saw couldn't have been that egregious. So I don't know why you keep telling that story, only as to let us know what Umar said was something very bad happened while you were caring for his mother, and he cut you off because he said you couldn't take care of his mother adequately. He had no need for you. And even though you're saying he didn't say cut you off, he said he cut distance from you. He distanced himself. And you think because he sent you an emoji after you sent 2 days worth of text messages that he was still into you. What it do, Glib?
I know she said that someone came in and they checked her body and stuff like that.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. That's not correct. I called the paramedics. I left the door open with the light on, and I let the paramedics inside.
Okay.
Okay. So
and why was body cam footage of the house? Sure.
You let them inside. But ma'am, she said she knew the story that they picked her up. They picked the body up. You said they used the sheets. So why wouldn't she just said that you said, no, you got it wrong. I opened the door, but they still picked her up off the floor, correct? This is crazy work. She must be drunk.
I want to know if the house is so filthy and the paramedics were there and you're saying that, okay.
Thank you, Tatiana, or Champagne. I'm not calling you Champagne Queen. I'm not doing it. Thank you, Champagne Queen. If the paramedics came in there and the house was so filthy and the mama condition was so motherfucking bad, why didn't they take her to the hospital for observation? And you know what the hospital would have did if they found out she was being abused? They would have called the motherfucking police because they're mandatory reporters. Paramedics are too. Hence me saying if they came in and they if they came in and they seen that she looked frail and unkept, they would have gotten her up out of there. But you also said you defended Umar, ma'am. You gonna make me, I don't have time, but my OCD kicks in and use the line bitch. So I will go through all my fucking videos until I find the part where you said they didn't take a report, which meant there was nothing wrong. And then I'll find the part where you said that you were defending Umar, but you also was caring about his mama. You can't have it both ways.
If well-being checks were done, then why did you guys bring this online? And she was not removed from the home and there's no problem with it. Because I know for a fact there are issues within the home.
But
yeah.
Well, your sister did it because she saw Lenae do it. She saw Lenae got some interviews. She assumed Lenae got paid. Lenae did not. And she saw Lenae. But Lenae really, she has her social media presence is shit. Like, ain't nobody checking for this old ass bitch, even though she talking about Umar. It's so many other people talking about Umar, they don't need her. Because her story is not, it ain't shit. The only thing she got is the Umar mama part. We see in the house, it ain't as bad as she described. So she's hanging on to the Umar mama part. And I'm saying, a lot of you motherfuckers out here acting like y'all care about this lady and y'all can't even verify what this bitch is saying. We ain't seen one motherfucking bed sore on this woman. We just gotta believe her. At least the 25-year-old took video evidence of the house. Siobhan didn't. She cared about his mama, but she didn't put video evidence up of the house. She sent Lennon pictures of the outside of the house, but said she was conflicted of taking pictures on the inside because the mama was in there. So she said she didn't take pictures in one breath, but then in the next breath, she said she would produce the pictures if y'all could guarantee her that Umar mama wasn't in the house no more. I'm sure this nigga here don't know all of this at all. He could plead ignorance, but if somebody lets him know, he can no longer plead ignorance.
And you knew that before I got there. That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day,
you knew that before I got there.
Who, me?
So I knew that it wasn't circumstantial.
You knew Umar before my sister.
You knew what was going on. You knew why your sister was
Umar 2 years before my sister. My sister only has known Umar for a year.
Okay, so sweetheart.
Well, she know Umar 2 years before your sister. Both of them met Umar in 2023. She was at the end of it.
And that's a problem. You need to be asking yourself these questions.
I really want to know.
This ain't looking good for you, baby girl.
We can do this Umar for 2 years, right?
This ain't what you want, baby girl. I gave you all the smoke, ho. I'm telling you, you will not come. You won't play with me. You tried. You tried it. She's another young person she trying to go with. She will not go with adults. She did not have this energy for Trip, Sia, Mind, Chaos, Brew, 2 seasoned women. She could call her a little girl because she knows she's 20 years older than her.
And you were taking care of his mother from July, right? To June to July. And you didn't notice any conditions, you didn't make any reports doing that? When were the reports made? That's all I want to know.
I absolutely knew what was going on. But again, as I said earlier, I thought.
When were the reports made, bitch? God damn.
It was circumstantial. So I'm thinking.
How the stuff you had was circumstantial and you're inside of it.
That this is due to a man traveling.
No, it's not. No, you can't get in trouble for it. You can't, like, you would have to prove this the inside of your house. And by proving this inside of your house, you proving they nasty. Nah, not really. This, I mean, you know how many rappers and people got exposed for sleeping with industry thoughts and shit because they fell asleep and the bitch took their phone out and showed their drugs and jewelry and money and them in bed with them. It's just, yeah.
You seen his schedule? I'm listening to lies from someone. I'm listening to lies from someone who is lying about what is happening. I didn't even know you're.
Please say everybody is lying. Have y'all noticed that? This is somebody completely different that has their own perspective based off what she heard her say on Tasha K, and she probably watched her on this one. Now she lying.
Hold on. Again, see, you trying to be fast, and I'm gonna say it again. Please be respectful, and then we are.
She can ask me anything she wants. Just
she's not gonna answer questions.
And then on top of that, y'all, we getting off subject on the main culprit of this fucking situation.
But
yes, because you got these lying bitches up there. I don't even know why you still trying to hold this conversation when you said that the other girl targeted Umar. The fuck? That's what you need to be focusing on. Why in the fuck is he being targeted? He the main culprit and some other shit. But you just admitted that this 25-year-old targeted him and you is still giving this shit airtime. And I hate to have to be the nigga that sound like I'm defending Umar, but this is fucking ridiculous. Imagine some bitches doing you like that, Mike Lowry. Cause you Mike Lowry. You done let the wrong bitch come to your house and she now on the internet talking about X, Y, and Z. Imagine that happening to you, because it can.
I'm trying to make this work. So, and I don't have no problem answering any questions. So the time that I was there, Champagne, I was there under false pretenses. Absolutely,
the entire time, she was there January, February, and March, 3 separate months. And she was under, you could have been under false pretenses the first time. The second 2 times, you were not there under false pretenses. And this nigga won't say shit.
Saw the house. Absolutely, I talked to him. I told him, he told me I was catastrophizing. The first time that I was there, I was not there as long as what you think. But he told me that the problem was there.
The first time you were there for 3 days. The second time you were there for 5 days. Neither time were you under any false pretenses, bitch.
Because the nurses before me,
still, as the young lady said, you did all that and she's still in the home. So either y'all are lying about the condition of the home, or y'all saying that the state and civil services and everybody else don't give a fuck, including her kids.
Left everything like this. I said, okay, no problem. We can fix this.
Umar said he got 6 brothers and sisters.
And I started a box. I don't know if you listen to my other interviews, but I said, hey, we're going to minimize you out. We're going to get rid of it.
I started a box. Fuck you trying to get clutter down. What does that have to do with her health? Her health is the thing. Fuck her place being junky. What is her health like? Y'all grandma house is junky. Y'all go to the hood to y'all grandma house, that motherfucker junky. It got shit everywhere. Y'all need to stop the cap. Hell, most of y'all houses is junky. I repeat it again. Who gives a fuck if this nigga's mama house is junky? Who gives a fuck if she's a hoarder? She ain't got the shit that we see on TV on hoarders. We know that because you can walk up and down the steps in the hallway and shit. When she walked in the living room, we seen a white couch with no shit anywhere. So it ain't no hoarding going on.
This stuff. I started a box. I started throwing things away. I started cleaning things up. Have you ever seen that fridge? I told him you could get a fridge. We could get a cheap fridge to put in here. I was under the impression that he didn't know how to fix the problem. And I came in there to rectify it. He didn't want to.
You came to rectify, but you also thought you were a bridge, a stopgap in between him getting professional health care. Man, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, and again, Mike, he ain't saying nothing, and she too young to call her out on her bullshit. She don't know how to get her.
To fix it.
I might have to do a part 2 of this. I don't know. I don't know. If I listen to the rest of it, I don't know.
He didn't want to change anything. So let me just say this, because a lot of people will weaponize aging against people instead of giving them first a chance to fix it on their own.
So you didn't do anything. You gave Umar 3 different times of you being there a chance of him to fix it on his own. So you didn't give a fuck about the mother's well-being. How he gonna fix something that he created? He created the problem and you expected him to fix it. I don't know, y'all. I need a 1 in the chat. I gotta say like Lenae, I gotta find my own number. I need a 1 in the chat if I should do a part 2 of this.
In there to try to help him. You understand? In the meantime, I took very good care of that woman in the conditions that she was in.
She fell on your watch, ma'am. She fell.
Attempted to help.
She ain't fall on me a watch.
And before you respond, Champagne, then we have to understand that this man is bringing somebody who is oblivious to his household living situations.
Man, shut your simp ass up. Nigga, she went back 3 motherfucking times. So when she saw it the first time, she carried her fat funky ass back up there. You cannot take that away. Nigga, she wanted to. And she enabled the bullshit. She gave him a chance to fix it instead of calling. And then she's saying right in front of your dumb ass, well, hey, the fire department came in, but they ain't do shit. The fire department came in, but I didn't say, hey, can y'all take her into but y'all check out her bottom. Do y'all think she need to see a doctor about that? Nothing. You took up for the nigga. Mike, you probably gonna strike me if you hear this, bro. This is ridiculous. And then you're doing all of this after saying Mia set him up. Mia got the same motherfucker story as her. They got the same story.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're going to go off of what he's explaining, and it's going to take some time to really put wraps around exactly what the situation really is.
So you're saying Lenae is stupid? Because again, the first time you saw it, oh, this is too much for me to handle. She went back 2 more times, my guy. How do you explain that? She couldn't figure it out the first motherfucking time. It took 3 times to figure it out. So she's an idiot.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can tell you anything. So he was leading people on. So we have to put all of those things.
He led her on to take care of his mama. Yeah, I'm stopping right here. Yeah, I don't know if again, if I do part 2, Mike Lauer probably gonna strike me, dog. Cause this shit here is ridiculous. I can't. This nigga is acting like a hoe, straight up. I don't understand. Again, I don't like this nigga, but clearly, he is not being unbiased in this situation. That's all I get. I'm going to sleep on it. I ain't going to be able to sleep too goddamn long. I sleep on it. If I'm going back live on it, y'all, let's see me before 10 o'clock. To the next episode, little channel, big voice. I'm out. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.